What's going on, guys? uh, I'm sure you saw the I'm sure you saw the thumbnail and read the title. But if you didn't and just blindly clicked on this video, I'm gonna be ranking all the Five Nights at Freddy's games. I like Five Nights at Freddy's, and I have like Five Nights at Freddy's for quite some time. So I figured I'd rank the games. Now, guys, this might sound crazy. I have not played all of them. There are three games. There's three on this list that I have not played. And you may be wondering, Greaseman, how are you going to rank the game if you haven't played it? I'm going to rank the games I haven't played based on how interesting I think they look from what I've seen. So I'll be ranking them on multiple things. You know, the fear factor. None of them are particularly scary except for the fourth one. But you know, the fear factor, the designs, and other shit. Yada 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 yada. Anyways, we're gonna start off with the starter offer, right? Five Nights at Freddy's 1. I think Five Nights at Freddy's 1 is a top 3. No, maybe not top 3. That might be crazy. Hold on. I have to look at the list again. Alright, no, it's not top 3. I'd put it. I'd put it at 4. Yeah. Number 4. Okay, it would be number 3, but the nights are, you know, like just 3 hours long for no reason. They're like 8 minutes. It's a loco, insane, crazy. Also, I have a little thing that I would like to show you people. You people might be racist. Listen, this is, as you can see, this is the design of the Five Nights at Freddy's Uno pizzeria. This is the layout. So you got like the dining area, and then the parts and service, Pirate Cove, yada yada. You played the game, I'm assuming. This right here, fun fact, is from Cam 1B, which is this one right here. Meaning that this camera has to be looking like this. Like this is the field of view of the camera, right? Are you following along? But that is trash. That sucks, dude. Cause in the tables they would be like this. They would be like positions like this. I know there's the worst rectangles you've ever seen. That one's not even a rectangle, but you know, bear with me. So this is it. This is right here. This is the like how the chairs are positioned, which seems fine until you realize that it isn't, right? Cause, cause, look. If you're sitting like right on this row of chairs right here, you just actually like cannot see. Here's Bonnie, Freddy, Chica. You cannot see Bonnie without snapping your neck, and I think that's interesting. And if you sit right here, you can't see Freddy or Bonnie, and if you sit right here, you can't see shit. Right? You're looking at the bathrooms the whole time. Now these chairs, they do look like they might turn, but at the same time they look like they might not turn. Hold on, let me look at this actually. That shit does not look like it turns actually. It looks like but maybe it does. Maybe it does. Maybe it does turn. And if it does turn, that solves the problem. Kind of, not fully, because if you because then I have to like swivel my chair if I want to look at the animatronics, and I have to re-swivel it if I want to take a bite of my pizza. That's stupid. That's dumb. Also, why would parts and service be over here? It's like the backstage area. Why would it not be backstage? You know? You catch my drift, Holmes? Also, why would this be just like here? Why is this easily accessible to the public? Why could they just waltz on over into the security office, right? With these big doors. I'm assuming there's doors here, but who's to say? There probably is. But, you know, who's to say? Everything else looks good. Yeah, you know, I think that's it. So, you know, map, stupid as shit, but most of them are. Uh, the animatronics look cool. I think they're some of the best. Some of the most most eerie, I guess. I don't want to say scary because I'm not like looking at Freddy Fazbear and pissing myself. But he's kind of a little creepy, you know. Anyways, so that's gonna land Five Nights at Freddy's one in the A tier. As you can see, A is the highest you can go without being number one. And if I've talked to you about Five Nights at Freddy's, you probably know what number one is, but you know, some people don't. So how about you shut your pie hole and watch the video? Sorry, I have to clear my throat. Fnaf 2. I think this game's great. I think it's a little annoying, but I think it's great. I think if it didn't have the music box, immediately 100 times better, right? But the music box is really just dragging it down. I also like how you don't have to, like, if without the music box, you don't even have to use the cameras at all. So I feel like that's kind of dumb. Also, I think the toy animatronics are kind of ugly. Toy Bonnie and Toy Chica are like not fun to look at. Balloon Boy's not fun to look at. Toy Freddy gets a pass because I think he's funny because he's a fat chud gamer. I think that's pretty awesome. Uh, so yeah, Mangle's pretty cool, but that doesn't count because Mangle's mangled. Hence the name, jackass. Anyways, yeah, the Withered animatronics are cool. I don't really understand why they like didn't do anything to Freddy Fazbear. Hold on. No, I gotta pull it up. Give me a second. Guys, bear with me. Bear with me. We're pulling up Chrome. This is just like the wow. My bad. It's just like the freaking whatever it's called. It's all over again. It's just the same thing. They did not put me on Yahoo. Guys, I looked up Withered animatronics for the video. They put me on fucking Yahoo. This is nasty. I feel gross. Anyways, boom. Look at that. There's all of them. See, cause like look at how withered like Bonnie is, missing an arm, hand exposed, foot exposed, face off. Chica, hands off, arms stuck T-posing, mouth just wide open. Right, that's withering. Foxy was already kind of withered, but you know they just did what he could. I understand the lore. The lore sucks, by the way. Scott Cawthon can't write for shit. And then for Freddy, they just said, "Oh, how about some cracks and some wires?" That's it. That's all they did. So I feel like that kind of sucked. I'm gonna talk about the movies at the end, so we'll get back. We'll get back to that. So that's gonna go also in the A tier. Oh, hold on. Nope. No. 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 Listen, I have another one. I have it again. I'm gonna talk about the layout of the pizzeria one last time. Look, this is. I will lump 2 and 3 together. By the way, close fucking Yahoo. I don't want fucking Yahoo open. Anyways, I said close it. Anyways, sorry for my outrage, but look. So like this is. I'm assuming the entrance is like over here. That's what. Why is it doing that? Am I on the wrong layer? Sorry. I'm assuming the entrance is like over here. That's what Fnaf co-op taught me, and I truly don't know where else it could be. Listen. This is the stage. We're not going to talk about the party room. What we're going to talk about, or the dining room, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm talking about. What we're going to talk about is this whole section right here, all of it. See, so like kids are like, oh, we're at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, man. Mom, let's go to our party room. And they're like, okay, and they just walk and they walk down and they keep walking, and they're like, oh, Mom, what's in there? Skirt. Just pull up right in. I'm assuming you need a key, but if you need a key, how are the animatronics getting out without breaking down the door? So I don't think you need a key. And any kid could just kind of walk in here and it's bad. It's pretty dangerous. Anyways, so you turn down this hallway to get to your party room, and you're like, wow, that's a big ass just doorway at the end of the hallway to the security office. And if you're in either of these ones, you get this humongous vent that you can just crawl into and go into the security office. It doesn't make I doesn't get me doesn't get it. Fucking Neanderthal, stupid as shit. Anyways, that's all. Also, where's the kitchen? There's no kitchen in this whole building. Are they ordering their pizza from Pizza Hut? Where are they getting the pizza from? There's no kitchen. Also, is pizza the only thing they serve? I know it's a pizzeria, but like you can have other things at a pizzeria. They got breadsticks, maybe. They got cake. It's a yeah. Anyways, so animatronics are like kind of ugly, except for Mangle and the marionette and Toy Freddy. Toy Freddy's ugly as shit. Actually, I hate him, but he's funny, so he gets a pass. But most of them are ugly, except for Wizards and Mangle and the marionette. So also, the whole music box mechanic is stupid. I should probably put it back to the tier list when I'm on the tier list, huh? Sorry about that. Anyways, Five Nights at Freddy's 3. See, now I've been very positive so far, for the most part. You know, both of the games that I've ranked have gotten A tiers. Uh, Five Nights at Freddy's 3 will not get an A tier. Out of the original four, this is the worst one and it isn't close. It's by like a mile. It's not close at all. I don't like Five Nights at Freddy's 3. I really hate to say it. I think it's really ugly. I think the map is stupid. There it is, right there. That's segue. Look at that. Look at the map. I don't know why it looks like this, by the way. It's like fucking sand art. I don't know what happened. It was fine when I like was putting it into the page, and now it just like isn't. Anyways, look. So if you've played the game, and if you look at this camera right here, this is camera right here, by the way. There's an exit sign in this doorway. There's an exit sign, so I'm assuming that's the exit. I don't know if this little like door symbol, whatever it's called, was here in the original game, but whoever made this put it in. I don't think it was there in the original game, but it's there now. But that just doesn't. Either way, it doesn't make sense because you either come in from here or you come in from here. Either way, that's stupid. We're gonna start with here. So you walk in, bang, no door. Security office is right there. You would think that the security office would be secure, but no, it isn't. And then you keep walking, big ass vent right to your left, and then you go, look, and there's a big humongous window right here. It's why would they need that humongous window for the security office? What could he possibly be looking at through that window? I understand it's the freaking Springtrap, but they didn't build this establishment with Springtrap in mind. And you go through here, more humongous vents. What is this? Is stupid. What do you do this, or you have the option to just skip it and go right through. Get rid of it. Yeah, and then same thing here. You have the option to just skip it or go right through it. You could skip this whole thing if you go through this vent here, actually. As a matter of fact, you could skip the entire establishment if you go through that vent. And I know it's spacious in there because Springtrap's old, brittle ass can crawl through no problem. But problemo. Anyways, so yeah, this is stupid as shit. And then you exit through here. Who cares? There's like not even a jump scare or anything in this entire establishment. This is supposed to be a horror attraction, and there's no horror. This is just a building. This shit sucks. Scott Cawthon has never been in any place ever. Shit blows. And what is his deal with massive vents just at, like, I don't even know, like waist level? Shit sucks. Also, this game's an eyesore. I'm gonna say that. This game is not fun to look at. Hold on, I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling up Google Chrome again, and I swear to God, if I look something up and they put me on Yahoo, there will be bad things that happen to innocent little gay people. Anyways, I don't mean that, by the way. That was a joke. Anyways, so FNAF 3 Office. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. This is hideous. It's so not fun to look at. Oh my, holy ads. Oh my goodness. Anyways, look at this. Shut up! Oh my god. Anyways, give me a second, give me a second, give me a second, give me a second. I gotta change it. Look at this. This is not, this is so, it's so green. Everything in this game is just green as shit. Look, green, green. Is that there? Oh my god, that was there. Insane. So you totally like entered through here, and god, that's stupid as shit. Anyways, is this The Office FNAF 3? Thank you. Debut Five Nights at Freddy's 3. You don't say. Anyways, holy ad maxing. This is insane. Everything in this game's green. Look at green. The picture's green. The text is green. I'm telling you, this game is greener pastures, dude. Everything's green. Hey, shit, it's so ugly. This game is so ugly, and the mechanics are trash. Hold on. The mechanics suck. Right? I hate them. I hate how it's only Springtrap who can kill you. I hate how the phantoms work. I hate the phantoms look. It's not fun at all. You keep Springtrap as far away as possible. If you and maybe he just doesn't want to listen to the audio lure, and then you lose the game. It's not. I don't like it. Also, the cameras. Oh my god, it's worse than I thought it was. What the fuck? Look at the camera. Holy shit. It's pure static. Jesus Christ. Look at the difference between this game static, and then the first game static. It's night and day. This shit is pure static. It looks like a sandstorm. Anyways, I do think it's kind of cool how Springtrap like hides in the cameras, kinda, and you have to like kind of look for him unless you already play the game and you know exactly where he's gonna be. But if it's your first time, you might have to kind of look for him on the cameras, and I think that's kind of cool. Because in all the other games, they just like stare directly, like it's a school yearbook photo. They just stare right at the camera. Anyways, so is this okay? It's on the tier list. FNAF 3 gets a D. I don't like this game. Oh my god, even the D tier's green. This shit's green as pooping freaking heck. Anyways, FNAF 4. I think this is the scariest game in the whole franchise. I think it's scarier than FNAF VR, and I think that's because of you have to listen for the breathing. If you didn't have to listen for the breathing, this game would be freaking easy as shit. Weenie Hut Juniors be just a walk in the park. But it's scary as shit. I actually did. Whoa! Sorry, my balls flew out. I got two balls. I got two balls. They're the little spiky ones, and when you hit them hard, they light up. I got those, and they flew out of my hands. My balls didn't leave my ball sack. Okay, listen. Anyways, oh, so I think it's the scariest one. I think the designs for the animatronics are cool, but also kind of stupid because it's just like, what if we gave him a bunch of teeth? Uh, you also don't like see them ever unless they're jump scaring you. Unless they're like at the end of the hall and you shine your light and they go back. Well, you know what I mean. Except for Foxy, you kind of see him when he's in the closet and he fucking wow, he barks at you. Whatever, whatever. You actually generally never see Nightmare Freddy unless you're dead. So that kind of sucks. Cause I think he looks very cool. But the mechanics are fun and very tension building. I think they're quite cool. I think the whole game is quite cool, and I have it. You know what? I have it above 2. No major Actually, do I have it above 1? Guys, let me think. Do I like Five Nights at Freddy's more than Five Nights. Was was that English? I actually don't know what I just said. I like Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Do I like Five Nights at Freddy's more? English wasn't my first language. Do I like Five Nights at Freddy's 4 more than I like Five Nights at Freddy's 1? Who, honestly, they're tied. Guys, they're tied. Guys, they're tied. Guys, they're tied. But see, FNAF 1 is that longer ass nights, that bitch ass power mechanic. Kind of pisses me off. Might as well, you know, why we'll hear. What? Wow. Okay, you know what? Decided. Boom. Go in front of him. Boom. Bang. There it is. I like FNAF 4 more than FNAF 1. While we're here, while we're on the topic of FNAF 4, I'm going to talk about the Halloween version. It's the same game. Different skin. Except I think I actually didn't play the Halloween version that much, so I'm not too well educated. But I think the Night Marionette Marion, whatever that thing's called, works like slightly different from Nightmare Fredbear, so it's not the exact same game. I also could be wrong, and they work the exact same. Anyways, I think the like Jacobani, Jackachica, all that, Jack Off. I think all of them have less swag than the originals. And I think the Halloween version is just the original, but not as awesome. It was cool to see Nightmare Mangle. Nightmare Mangle's awesome as shit. So yep. Guys, please don't euthanize me for this. I never played FNAF World. I never did it. Guys, put the pitchforks down. I never played FNAF World. So you know my ranking's gonna be kind of ass because I haven't played it. It looks kind of funny, and they have like everyone ever in that game. There's actually not a single character who isn't in that game. I'll give it a C. I haven't played it, but it looks funny and entertaining, and I like how they have everyone. This is, guys, Five Nights at Freddy's sister location is getting F tier. This game is trash. Gotcha. It's my favorite of all time. You heard it there first, folks. Oh my god. Five Nights at Freddy's sister location is my favorite FNAF game of all time. I really like how it's like different, and each night isn't the same thing, just harder. I like how the nights are like varying, and then at the end they do like the traditional Five Nights at Freddy's like style, like you're in the office, you cams and doors and shit with Ennard. I think the lore is pretty cool. I think the animatronic designs are very good. I think the jump scares are pretty cool looking. Everything basically, I like everything except the fourth night. Sister Location Night forced abandoned my existence. I hated that shit. Where you're like in the suit and you have to like shake the mini arenas, whatever they're called, off of you as you like wind the spring locks or whatever. That shit was terrible. I actually hated that. I would rather I would bite off my own big toe before I do that shit again. That was awful. It's still my favorite though. The pros outweigh the cons. I really think Funtime Freddy is awesome. I think he's like one of the greatest of all time. That's top 3 FNAF animatronic for me. Call me crazy, I think he's awesome as shit. I'm including Bon Bon when I talk about him, by the way. I grouped them into one, because, you know, why wouldn't I? FNAF Pizzeria Simulator, or Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, whatever it's called. It's FNAF 6. Yeah. Now, you can call me crazy. And you can call me a psychopath, murderer. Jeffrey Dahmer, crazy, just a crazy, loco man. I, honestly, did not care for this game that much. And I know that might sound crazy, but I didn't. I didn't find the, like, actual pizzeria simulator parts very fun. Cause I just don't like games like that where you like build a place unless it's like a big place like Theme Park Tycoon 2 on Roblox. I had a phase where I played that like an alarming amount for like a month, a really long time ago. It wasn't recent. I also like Planet Zoo. I never played Planet Zoo, but I'm assuming I would like the game, and I kind of want to buy it because it's like $11 on Steam right now. It's normally 45. I wanted that game for a while, and I never bought it because it was like $45. Get that the fuck away from me! I'm not paying $45 for a zoo simulator. Are you kidding me? But it's $11. You know, you might be speaking my language. Anyways, the actual like game part. Hold on, I gotta scratch my ear, and it's the side of my ear that's the mic's on, so I'm gonna stop talking for a second. Hold your horses. Ear scratched. Anyways, so yeah, I didn't find the like actual gameplay parts very fun. I also feel like the animatronic designs are kind of shit poop dog ass. I don't know if that's just me. Lefty's cool as shit. All the like animatronics that you put like on the stage in the simulator part are awesome. I do like all of them. However, the ones that like kill you in like the office shit is can you even call that an office? It's like one computer and two vents. It's not an office. Anyways, I feel like those parts were kind of boring. I don't know if that was just me. I just didn't really like it. Like I said, the animatronic design sucks. Scrapchat's the worst animatronic in the entire franchise. Trash as shit. He's garbage. Scrap Baby's kind of cool, and Molten Freddy is kind of cool, but at the same time, I don't really like it because it's just like a bunch of wires. I understand how he came to be like that, but I don't like it, so I don't really care. I am inhaling so much, like obviously I'm fucking inhaling when I'm talking about, but like big deep breaths, you know. Anyways, so I'm gonna put guys. Call me crazy. I think this is a B tier game. I think it's above like poop tier. But I don't think it's like amazing. I've seen a lot of people say it's like incredible, one of the best, and I just don't see it. The ending with like the burning the building and Henry's speech and shit, that was pretty cool. But other than that, it's like, dude, I don't care. This game did have Helpy in it, so that is a plus. I love Helpy. Anyways, Ultimate Custom Night can suck a cock. This game's terrible. That was really harsh. I'm sorry. But sometimes you need to be harsh. This game blows. It's not good at all. Uh, all the animatronics suck. They didn't even include all of them. The map is like not fun at all. Why would they not include all the animatronics that have ever been in there? It's the ultimate custom night, not above average custom night. Guys, put all of them in there. It's mainly just because they left out Funtime Freddy. If I'm being honest, they just didn't put them in, and I just don't like them for that. Anyways, the mechanics aren't fun. There's too much shit to remember. Maybe I'm just retarded, but I genuinely could not remember all the controls at one time. I had to like sit and think. Um, the jump scares, most of them are just PNGs and they suck. The like anime, there was like an anime school part. That shit was weird and so random. I understand it was like meant to be kind of funny, but it was like, why now? I'm wow. I can't think of the word. I'm grieving at my loss of Funtime Freddy. Don't show me this fucking bullshit anime school Foxy the Pirate. Someone probably jerked off to that, by the way. Just I want you to know that if there's something on the internet, someone's jerked off to it. Please know. I mean, it's true. It's the harsh truth. Someone has jerked off to Balloon's Tower Defense porn before. Little fun fact for you. Anyways, FNAF Help Wanted. Uh, if you played this game on desktop, I think you're a bitch. I understand that not everyone can afford a VR headset, but if you can't, I feel like if you can't comfortably buy one of those, you shouldn't be spending your money on. It was like, isn't that like a $30 game? Hold on, I'm going on Steam. How much is FNAF Help Wanted? Help Wanted. Can I just look up Help Wanted and get the game? No, not fucking Hello Wanted. I wanted Help Wanted. Thank you. It's a $30 game. I feel like you could totally, absolutely, it just like save up your money and get a VR, like a cheap one. Well, no, it's not like a necessarily cheap VR. I don't know what I'm talking about. I should be more thoughtful towards others. I'm really sorry for what I just said. But if you have a VR and chose to play a game on desktop, you're a bitch. Game on VR is quite scary. Second scariest in the franchise behind 4. I do have 4 scarier than this because the audio again. Except I'm not, guys. I'm gonna put it in B because now hold your horses. It's just a repeat of like these games, not you. Just a repeat of these games. Also not you. It's just a repeat of like these games, except in VR. So there's a lack of creativity. And the things that they did add, the parts and service was pretty cool. That was an original thing. And it was pretty awesome. And what else original did they add? I don't want to count freaking the Night Terrors thing. It's just Five Nights at Freddy's 4, but Funtime Freddy instead. Props to them for choosing Funtime Freddy, but that's not an original idea. That's just you're taking 2 things and combining them. It's not original if it's already made. So yeah, I feel like I can't put it on the same tier as the A games because it's just kind of a copy of those. But yeah, it's still fun. I still like it. Matter of fact, it's above 6. Bang, kaboom. Nope, right there. Bang. Yes. Fnaf AR. This game fucking poop. It sucks. I don't like it at all. This shit's getting the smoothest E you've ever seen. It's not. It's so boring, dude. I had a phase where I played that game and I tried to go back to it. It was a snooze fest. You just stand in like your room or wherever you are and just spin around while animatronic runs at you. It's not fun at all. And it takes like forever to actually get animatronics. It's not. I hate it. It's a piece of shit. They should have made it. Security breach. I didn't play security breach. You know. So I can't. This is just blind ranking basically. No, it isn't. This is just ranking without playing. Is what it is, by the way. But I feel like from what I see of this game, look kind of shit. It doesn't look scary. It doesn't like, you know, I don't think that. Okay, well, I don't want to say that. I do think the animatronics are cool. I think Glamrock Freddy is quite funny. I think sometimes he kind of sounds like Winston from Overwatch, and that makes me happy. Uh, Montgomery Gator's tough as shit, and I don't know why people hate on him. There's, I bring back Bonnie. Bring back Bonnie. You've had the same animatronics for like fucking 10 years, pal. Shut up. Let's get some rotations going. We need some differentiation. It's whatever the word I'm looking for is. Anyways, yeah. So I think the game looked kind of shit. So I've also heard it's kind of shit. I'm gonna put it below FNAF 3. Don't sue me, but I haven't played FNAF Help 1 and 2 either. I just never had an interest in it. It didn't look like very fun. From what I've seen, it's just like, what if they took the first one and instead of like Five Nights at Freddy's in VR, it was a bunch of Five Nights at Freddy's mini games in VR. And also, if you're not Sister Location, Pizzeria Simulator, or Security Breach, you're not getting an invite to the game. Sorry to say it. So I feel like it's like a C. I don't really like. I'll put it above FNAF World, but I don't. It doesn't look that fun. Also, extra games, and then I'm also going to talk about the movies. Extra games: Secret of the Mimic and Into the Pit. Secret of the Mimic looked like shit. I don't know if it was. I don't know if anyone like else agrees with that. I don't think it looked like a good game from what I saw. Let me actually go check the Steam reviews on that game. Secret. Oh shit, I can't spell for shit. Secret. Second. Oh my god, I'm a genius. Second. Why is this game $40? Very positive. Was I wrong? Is this game actually good? Insane. Oh, hold on. Let's read this review. My name is Edwin. Okay, yep. See, there it is. Game has some collision issues, interesting story, but still some annoying decisions. New Game Plus being my biggest bugbear. Found the secret. This game crash. Wow, this game sucks. It crashes like every 50 seconds. These dumb puppets are in the theater, and it is giving a hard time. I hate puppets. Every bad review I see is just about it crashing a bunch. So maybe the game is good, and I just don't think it looks fun. Maybe I should just play it and shut up. Into the Pit looks like kind of cool, and also not very cool at the same time. So, yeah. If I had to put them on the tier list, I'd put Secret of the Mimic C, and then Into the Pit B. Secret of the Mimic above. No, Secret of the Mimic. Yeah, Secret of the Mimic top of C, and then Into the Pit bottom of B. Bang bang, there it is. Right. This is my Fnaf tier list. Now I'm going to talk about the movies. Both the movies suck, right? We're just gonna rip the Band-Aid off here. Both of the Five Nights at Freddy's movies are some hot poo-poo shit. They are both some major stink. We're gonna look it up. I don't care about the FNAF 3 office anymore. Thanks for asking. FNAF movie. This movie sucks, right? And no one's gonna disagree with that. If you think this movie was good, you're on crack and you've never watched an actual movie. Excuse me. Anyways, this movie's trash. 33% on Rotten Tomatoes is about right. Maybe I'd give it like a little higher, maybe like a 45. Anyways, so yeah. I don't think it's very good. I think the plot is stupid. I think the whole like dream thing is trash. I think the animatronics do look cool. We're not gonna act like they don't look awesome visually. But but it's like a person in the suit. I understand why it's a person in the suit, because it's like building an actual like animatronic would be expensive as shit and also very hard to shoot scenes with. But that doesn't mean it isn't ugly sometimes. When they're like walking around and it's just like a normal person taking steps, that shit sucks, right? But yeah, this movie, I'd say it was like a 6 out of 10. I liked it a little more because it had Matthew Lillard as Springtrap, so that was awesome. Also, just like the happiness I was feeling because they were making a Five Nights at Freddy's movie. But other than that, this movie sucked. If it wasn't Five Nights at Freddy's, this would be like probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But I kind of like it because it's Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's 2, however, is where that changes. I didn't think in a million years this movie would be worse than the first one. This movie was worse than the first one by a lot. It's like, what if you took everything that made the first one bad and amplified it 10,000 times? This movie is so trash, dude. This movie super sucks. Everything about this movie is stupid. Except, once again, the animatronics do look good. However, if you aren't Toy Chica, you aren't on the screen. That's the golden rule. It's the only thing. It's like, I don't care. What the fuck? Jack Black was the Marion. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold your freaking horses. Is that true? Is that true? No, that's fuck. He lied to me. Wayne Knight, he was pretty cool. He was the guy from Jurassic Park, so it was nice to see him. Anyways, this movie's trash. This cast, I mean, it's kind of lit. No, it isn't. I lied. No, it's lit. No, it's lit. The pros outweigh the cons. But Emma Tammy is the director of this movie. I don't think she should any longer. This guy's funny as shit. Michael Afton, is he in the where is he? Right here. This guy's hilarious as shit. He's he's Mr. Mew Man. Anyways, so yeah, this movie's dog shit. The opening scene where what's her name? I forgot her name. Was like running around the pizzeria and like trying to get adults help, and they're like, "Not right now. Adults are talking." I don't know about you. Maybe I'm just like a saint. But if I'm at a children's pizzeria and some like little girl comes running up to me and like just yanks on my arm and it's like, "Help, help, help, I need help," and she's like actually crying and like visibly panicking, I'm not gonna put my hand out. Talk to the hand. Adults are talking. Who cares? You're actively at a children's pizzeria, most likely for a birthday party. There is no way this shit is this serious. This conversation is not this interesting. I'd be pissed off. And she died. Why would she? Why also? Why would there be no one back there? Because she went into like the back area with the William McAfferton, and there's no one else back there. It's only him. You would think there'd be like other employees. I guess he cleared it out beforehand, but then like where'd the other employees go? Also, why do they have a river in a pizzeria? That's the stupidest shit ever. A river boat ride in a children's pizzeria. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Anyways, I like how the Withered animatronics are. They have their own poster. 2 seconds of screen time total. Like actually, I'm not kidding. I genuinely think they had like two to 5 minutes of screen time total. All four of them. It was so poop. Bonnie actually, he opened a vent. They had the scene of Bonnie turning on, or like activating whatever the fuck, and then he opened a vent in the office, and then Mike closed it. Slow as shit. He picked up the like vent grate, whatever it's called, and he reattached it. Is it magnetic? How did he reattach it that fast? And then Bonnie, deadass never showed up again. This movie's dog shit. This movie's actually terrible. And then the teacher, what's his name? Wayne Knight played, was like just an asshole for no reason. You like could tell they were like, "Oh, what if we have the teacher be like a piece of shit, just so that the audience is like happy when he dies?" That was the entire point of his character. Because there's no way he's like pissed off. He's like he hates on like Five Nights at Freddy's and the like the in lore franchise, and it's like, this is not real robotics. How is this not real robotics? This is a humanoid big ass bird walking around and speaking. That's I don't know, man. That's pretty. That might be good robotics, but he's gonna no. He'd rather see a fucking pulley system made by a third grader. Okay, the movie wasn't scary. Neither of the movies were scary. First one was somehow scarier than the second one. I don't know how they pulled that off. But yeah, overall dog shit movie. I don't understand. The possession shit with the marionette was stupid. Um, at the end when they were like, Mike was playing the music box, and then they got they got her unpossessed from the marionette, and then he immediately, dead ass, 2 seconds later, closes the music box. Keep it open, Einstein. What's wrong with you? This movie's so shit, dude. It's not like the first one I could be like, oh, well, Five Nights at Freddy's finally got a movie. I can be more forgiving. It's like, dude, this is your second try, and it's somehow worse than the first one. It's because they started filming the second one like legitimately, or like started working on the second one actually 2 seconds after the first one came out. I think they should have had the first one come out, waited a little bit, looked at the reviews, and then seen what people didn't like and improve on that for the second movie. I think that's what all movies should do with the sequel, but they didn't. And this movie was dog shit, poop, shit, ass, butt. This movie sucks. Anyways, yeah, look at these fucking animatronics, dude. It's like it's so obviously just a person in a suit, except for Foxy. Foxy's the only one, obviously, who like is an actual animatronic, because there's no way you could put someone in a Foxy suit and have it look like Foxy, and he looks the best. It's I like, dude. like I said, I understand why they didn't have it be like, yeah, like full animatronics, but like people in suits. Come on, guess. Just like I feel like this just doesn't look. He's just standing. I don't want. I'm not saying he should like hit a jig because when he's standing in the doorway. But like, come on, dude. Also, he is not getting his arm like that. Neither is he. He's not. What the fuck? Is this like his? Is this his left arm and he's like going over here and going? Because there's no way this is his right. This is his right arm. There's no way this is his right hand. It would have to go. That's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Anyways, terrible movie. This is proof. Both these movies are proof that Scott Cawthon can't write. The lore of Five Nights at Freddy's is entirely composed, basically, of fan theories. So Scott Cawthon, low-key, kind of shit at writing. I like his games, but he can't. Writing's not his strong. So here's another list at the. Here's another list at the tier look. Here's another. Here's another look at the tier list if you want it. So it goes like this. So like, it's like the closer to the letter they are, the more I like them. So like this is the best A, and then this is the worst A, but this is not a good. This is top 4. Here's my top 5. I know it's crazy. Fnaf 6 below help wanted, but I think it is. I don't care for Fnaf 6 that much. Fnaf 3 low key. I'm thinking about moving it down to E. Down to E. This shit sucks, dude. I hate Fnaf 3. Okay, no, I'll keep it there. Fnaf Ultimate Customized dog shit. But it's not as. Know what? No, no. Ultimate Customized Award Five Nights at Freddy's game. All time. I'll say it. Bite me. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. You could expect, I'm telling you right now, you could expect some more uploads this week. I'm not sure how many, but at least one more upload this week. So, yeah. Square up. Greaseman Nation. Signing off.